Hello, Cancer in Juno. It is your turn. It is your turn to find out what it means if you have Cancer in Juno, or what it means if someone that you know have Cancer in Juno. Maybe even, your soulmate. Again, like I said in the other videos, it would be a good idea to watch the 2 other videos that I did about Juno, because that you are going to learn about the history and like the deep meaning about Juno. So I'm just going, through what it actually means, or who you are actually going to meet, because that is what we all want to know. So let's jump straight into it. If you have Cancer in your Juno, you are really going to be motivated when it comes to family. You could even meet this person through your family. It can be a family friend, but you might desire a person where you just know that you can build like a strong family foundation with. Someone that you know want to have kids as well. Someone that you know wants to get married. You want someone who just want to be with you. You probably want someone who is, caring, someone who is sensitive, someone who is gentle, and you want someone who can easily get on with your own family, especially your mother. People with this placement tend to have a very strong connection with their mothers. So it's really a mother's boy or mother's girl. Is that what you call it? You desire someone who really can commit on a very emotional level. You want someone who, can cry with you. Again, this can also be vice versa. So you can also attract someone who has these things. Someone who's, really connected with their mother, or someone who just it's very, very sensitive, or someone who might cry a lot. It could be someone who really likes to stay at home, someone who loves to take care of the home, someone who likes to wash clothing, clean up, make food, go out, buy groceries. It's probably someone who likes flowers, or someone who likes to have flowers in their room. They really want to please you. So again, they love to cook dinners for you. It might be someone who is emotional, intuitive, very sensitive. So again, it might also be someone that you need to be a little careful with, when it comes to what you say or how you act. It is someone who really enjoys being close to you, someone who wants to be by your side. If you are out eating or together with friends, they want to sit next to you. They don't want to sit on the other side of the table. They want to be next to you. And they really want physical affection all the time. Again, it's probably someone who's, touching you all the time, or someone who wants to hold hands, someone who wants to kiss. So again, prepare yourself for someone who is very, very close. But again, if you have Cancer in Juno, then that's what you want, that's what you like. You are going to find someone who's quite protective when it comes to you, someone who's really they don't want anyone to look and stare at you. They don't want anyone to say something wrong, because then they're going to punch them in the face. So they might be a little defensive at times, Again, they might even be defensive when it comes to, your friends. If you are a girl having boyfriends, they might be a little yeah. You might marry due to family traditions. So again, you're going to really be very traditional when it comes to marriage. You want to continue your family's traditions, yours or theirs. And you're going to continue this tradition after the marriage. If this sign is afflicted, both of you might be very moody. It might be a very moody, a sensitive, emotional relationship. You guys can also be too clingy. You can be the clingy one, or they can be the clingy one. It might also be very hard to be independent. Again, one of you want to be around one another all the time. They might be very emotional, vulnerable. You might tend to mother someone in a relationship, which again can also be too much. So it might be sometimes hard for you to act like a supportive partner, or again, this can also be the person. So it might be a little bit too much for the other one. And again, like we talked about, they can tend to not really letting you go out and do your own thing, or they are just going to really, call you all the time and ask what you're doing. They're keeping tab tap on you. Is that how you say that? They're keeping a tab on you all the time. They might also be someone who will bring something up in from the past if you guys have a fight. So again, they remember everything, and if you guys have a fight, they're going to bring, you know, back past things that, you know, might really hurt you. And if you forget an anniversary, that is not good. So always remember that. So the good traits when it comes to Juno and Cancer: they are very caring, they are very nurturing, they are very devoted, loyal, faithful. This is a long-lasting relationship. This is again built on trust and stability. This is really like a home and family relationship. They really see deep emotions. It's again trustworthy, it's very reliable. It's reliable people, you can always trust them. It's actually one of the signs that will never cheat on you. So the bad traits with Cancer and Juno is that you might be prone to be very emotional, might be manipulative, especially when it's about getting something that you want, or again, vice versa. And again, they can be clingy, they can be moody, they can be depressed, vice versa. You can also have those tendencies. They can seem a little detached at times, especially if they don't feel that they get enough love. And sometimes, you know, again, if this is really a bad placement, you are not going to be able to give them enough love, because for them that means that you should be with them 24 hours and holding their hands 24 hours. And I don't think that any human being are, you know, able to give that kind of love, not 24 hours. They can also be, you know, weak. They can attract weakness. You can attract weakness. They can be very emotional, unstable. They can have addictions. So like a perfect relationship for you would be with someone who desire the same things, like family, someone who wants a trustworthy, long relationship where there is openness and sympathy. Again, it has to be an emotional relationship, but again, in a balanced way. It is a good idea to find someone who is as caring as you, someone who is, again, someone who is cute, someone who wants to hold hands, someone who wants to cuddle. With the last words, I want to say that in this connection, it's very important to work on self-love. It's important to build up your self-confidence in this placement. And it's important not to rely on your partner to fill the gap when it comes to love, because again, you might get too clingy. So it is, self-love is something that is very important when it comes to this. But this is going to be everything for Juno and Cancer. I hope you guys could use the information. Let me know in a comment below. Remember to give this a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, become a part of this family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.